Hey everyone, we're just going to restore the headlights on this car today. Headlights tend to haze because you get UV rays from the sun and UV rays from the headlight itself hitting the plastic on both sides, so they haze and become yellow or fogged up. So today we're going to restore it using various methods that I use. If you have other ways of doing it, let me know, and let's see how clear we can get these lights. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is pop your hood. Pretty self-explanatory. Open the door and get the latch and put the stick on. That is so that the top of your headlight is exposed and you'll be able to reach in that area for sanding. Alright, next what you want to do is mask around the headlight. It's raining here, so I'm going to have to wipe it off first. I bought this kit from 3M, and it comes with this tape. Basically, you're going to want to mask it around just like that, the way they have the green tape laid out. So it's going to go around the sides here. So I'll mask this up and we'll cut to it. Okay, so with it masked up, it'll look something like this. This is just 3M painter's tape. For automotive use. Yeah, you want to use the right tape because you could peel your paint if your paint is soft. And that's what it looks like. That's so when we start sanding, it doesn't keep you don't accidentally sand the paint off your car. Create more problems. So. Okay, so since this headlight's not in the best shape, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wet sand it using an 800 grit sandpaper. Usually it's recommended you go to a higher grit like 1,000 or 1,500, but like I said, this is in bad shape. And when I do this, I'm gonna wet sand it. I don't have a spray bottle with me, but I recommend you use a spray bottle. But I got a cup of water and some sandpaper, and I'll dip it in there, and we'll just get the sanding here. Make sure it's real wet. And every time you feel like it dried up, you can dip it again. But the truth is, you can actually wet or dry sand this. But so for this first run, I'm going left to right, and as you can see, it's pretty bad. It's yellow there, what's dripping off it. That means that's the yellowing, the oxidation on the top of there, if you can see that. So for this first section, we're gonna go left to right. And you can see it dried up there a little bit, so get it wet again. That's why it grabbed. Left to right around the whole headlight. Okay, so I sanded the whole thing from left to right, and you can see all of this. That is oxidation on the headlight coming out. Now what you want to do is clean it up and wipe it off, and you'll see that there's a haze to the headlight still. It's not completely clear. What we've done is created micro scratches in the plastic, so you'll see that it won't be clear. In fact, you might even see some of the scratches. But you want to wipe it off, and as you can see, it's pretty hazy. That's what you want. You want it to be hazy. As you can see, this part is still a little clear here, so I didn't hit that as much over there. So I'm gonna hit it a little more with the 800, but afterward we'll move up to a different grit. Okay, now that there's a uniform haze and that the scratches are going this way, we're gonna do what they call a crosshatch. I'm gonna use a 1200 grit sandpaper. I decided to go a little above 1,000, and we're gonna start going this way, diagonal. Because the ridges in the scratches, if you can imagine, there are micro ridges. we got to level those out. So we're going to use the 1200 and we're going to wet sand it with this. So we're basically just leveling out the play field right here. We're going to level it out. This will make the scratches even finer than they were. And help restore that clarity that we want. Also make your headlights smoother. These first few steps, the sanding part, is probably the most important part when it comes to headlight restoration. And that's because it determines how good your headlight's going to end up being in the end. So take your time. Okay, now you can see how completely hazed the headlight looks here, and you can see that the hatches went this way then that way. Now we're going to take the 3000 grit that came in the 3M kit, and I'm going to use their applicator pad. I think that's just the easiest way for me to do it now, but I'm going to go again crossways, wet sanding it with this 3000. That'll be my final step. You could go up to 5000 and get better clarity, but for my time and that the sun's going down soon, I'm just going to hit it with 3000 and then we'll hit it with the polish. So you want to go back and forth again. So basically we went back and forth, we crossed diagonal, now we're going back and forth again. Okay, so after hitting it with the 3000, you could see that it's just really minor haze, but you can actually see through the lens now. I went across this time with it, and now we're going to put the polish on, and it's probably the most satisfying part of the whole process. Okay, so the brand I use for the polish is going to be Meguiar's Plastex. I know I've been using the 3M kit this whole time and my own stuff, but for the polish I trust this Plastex by Meguiar's. So we're just going to put that on our microfiber rag here. Hold on, I gotta open this thing. Alright, so here we go. We're putting some of this Plastex on and shake it up, put some on. And when I put this on, I'm gonna blot it first. Get it around here. You gotta be liberal with that stuff, so keep putting more. And for the polish, I'm gonna go in a circular motion. And you want to dig it in there. It's a micro abrasive, so the more it's in, the better it'll be. You want it to get to a haze. And then afterward, we'll wipe it off with a clean cloth. So you let that haze up, and then we'll wipe it off. Okay, so this is what it looks like after the polish. We need to wipe it off now and see how clear it is. And you can keep adding more polish if it's not clear enough for you. So you can see that it's that clear now. What we need to do afterward is seal it to make sure more, because we have taken off the UV protectant now. So we have to make sure we seal it, and once it's sealed, it should be lasting you for a while. Okay, so the last step of this whole process is to use a protectant or sealant, like I said, for your headlight. And we're going to use what came in the kit, so the 3M synthetic wax protectant. So we'll take a look and see what's inside this thing. We'll apply it to the microfiber and put it on. Okay, so I put the 3M synthetic wax protectant on here, and hopefully this will keep the UV rays out, and it'll also seal all the micro abrasions that we've made. So just apply it liberally. The more you put on, the more protected it is. So just do it in sections and rub it in. And get it sealed up. Okay, that's it for this side. As you can see, it's pretty clear. I'm real happy with the results. All you got to do now is take off the masking tape and you are good to go. If you want to compare the other side still, that's what this side looks like in the same light, if you could see that. So my method of doing it, this is the kind of result you're going to get. Like I said, there's better ways, there's more professional ways, and there's ways that other people have come up with, you know. So let me know in the comments what you guys do, what you would do different, you know, and like, subscribe, do what you got to do. I think this is going to be a lot safer and look a lot better. So yeah, I'm just going to do the same thing on the other side, then we'll turn the lights on and see what they look like. Actually, I could turn it on now and then we can compare. Alright, so right now that's the difference. That one's still hazed up. This one is not. There it is. You can see the striations in the line of the headlight there. This one, it's pretty blurry. We'll finish it off, and like I said, we'll take a look again. Alright, that's the end result of both lights. I gotta wipe off more on that one probably.
Welcome to the bit of the
Okay. Looks alright.